All right, next up, this video is all about the overlays panel. As you know, in the previous video for the scenes, I had referred to the scenes as different picnic baskets. Well, the overlays are now like all of the fruits, the vegetables, the different creams and sauces, and the olive oils and breads and crackers inside each and every single one of those scenes. So while you can only pick one scene at a time, you can actually have different assets inside each and every single one of those scenes to make them unique. So for example, you notice here that this one here is my full screen video. However, when I switch to this basket or scene, it's now two different overlays, which are, in this case, it's the exact same camera overlay that's been duplicated. So let's go ahead and do something like this. Let's create a brand new blank scene, and this is going to be called main one. Okay, so main one is not a full camera scene like this. Rather, I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to go ahead and add an overlay of a camera, and I don't want the squircle. I want to go ahead and change the size to custom and make it a little bit widescreen like that. And then I can go ahead and add an image, and then let's say the image background, and then move this underneath here and do something like that, right? So I could make my video scene like this, and you'll see that all of a sudden it goes from a regular full screen video to something that looks a little bit more customized, a little bit more professional, and very different, right? So that's what your overlays can do. You can see this overlay here has this scene here has these two overlays, but when I go to the camera scene, there's no overlays there. So this is only particular, or these overlays are only particular to this specific scene. Now you can see here in the overlays panel, there are actually three different boxes or three different areas. The first one says show in all scenes. The second one says show in the current scene. And the third one says show in the background. So let me go ahead and grab my Finder window here, and let's move this over so that you can see my face a little bit better. Now I've got a Fireball logo here. Now I'm just going to drag this onto the scene, and you can see here, all of a sudden, it appears as a new overlay in this specific scene. However, if this is a logo and I want it to show on all scenes, instead of copying it and pasting it in every single scene, I can move and drag this logo up into the show in all scenes. So you'll see here, no matter what scene I switch to, that logo is always there. So this could be generally used as one of those little overlays that kind of, logos that sit at the top or the bottom of your videos. Actually, I think in YouTube, they like it up here. So now on every single one of my scenes, no matter what I switch to, it's always there at the top corner. So that's in the show in all scenes. Now, the other area here that says show in background, you'll see here, this background image is there. Let me just unlock that. This background image is only in this scene. However, I could put them in all my different scenes simply by taking this and moving it and showing in the background. And you'll see by default, it turns that image into a full screen image. So no matter what type of scene that I now create, this background image is there. So I've got my image down in this corner on this scene, and then on this scene, you'll see that background image is persistent. So that background here, you can add basically any image, or if you wanted to, you could go ahead and do something like a background video and drag that in. And now you'll see once I delete this image. I hope you're really enjoying this Ecamm Live Masterclass, because this has been an absolute joy for me to actually create. And the reason why is because I just love Ecamm Live, and I love the whole aspect of content creation, and I hope that you do as well. So please go ahead, leave some comments below. Let me know how you feel about this. Let me know if you have other questions about the specific topic that I'm sharing in this video. And another thing that I really want you to do right now is I want you to go ahead and scan this QR code or click the link in the description below, because this is where I'm going to be housing not only just this Ecamm Live Masterclass, but a lot of cool extras that are not going to be found on YouTube. So you have to register for absolutely for free in order to grab this content. It's in my member portal. So go ahead, scan the QR code or click the link in the description, and I will see you on the other side. Now, back to the regular show. Now you'll see the background video will appear in each and every single one of my scenes. and it's just there persistent. So this is kind of one of those nice little features. If you're using, let's say, windowed camera overlays and screen shares, then that background will appear. However, if you are in camera mode or screen share mode or video mode, this background for show and background is not going to appear there. So let's say, for example, me, it's not going to appear there because you can't resize this full screen video because I'm in camera mode. And just like this one here, desktop mode, you're not going to see that because I'm in full screen desktop mode. And then, if I was in video mode as well, the exact same thing happens. So if I just click on, let's say here, let's create this one. This one's called video again. And I'm going to select the last video. Now, because there's a video playing in here, you'll see that I cannot see that background, right? It's only on certain scenes that are none of these items here. So you actually have to go to source blank, or you remember, you have to go back to Ecamm Live preferences, and then make sure that on the video tab, you have default scene or source mode is blank, so that when you create that new source, this background continues to appear by default. So let me go ahead and delete this and switch over here so you can see what's going on. So you'll see here on this specific scene, main one, I have the logo that appears in every scene. So no matter which scene I switch to, that logo is always there. And then the background, which is kind of like is showing all scenes, but only showing the background as well as full screen, that one is there and persistent as well. It'll also show in obviously the full screen camera, video, and screen share modes, but it's really not doing anything. It's not going to be visible at all. So just keep that in mind.